Drivers' dreams. They express wishes which cannot be fulfilled even with the best will in the world, and certainly not all at once. But even when they come true, our dreams are often poles apart. One driver just wants to have fun with his vehicle, while another has to earn a living with it, maybe by transporting big heavy loads, or fragile goods, or persons, quickly, safely, comfortably, if possible anywhere at any time. The VW range of transporters and buses is so wide that some of the most outlandish dreams can come true. Of course, they can't snorkel, and they can't hover. They're not cross-country vehicles. But they are available with four-wheel drive under the name of Synchro, and four-wheel drive solves many a transport problem better, more safely, and more adaptively. Normal vehicles have only one drive axle, either the front or the rear. Non-propelling power or traction is proportional to the load on the drive wheels and the coefficient of friction between the tires and the road surface. The rear engine, rear wheel drive configuration used so far in the transporter and bus provides good traction and handling with both loaded and empty vehicles. The four-wheel drive Synchro has the same positive qualities, including the same handling and suspension comfort. But in addition, it is almost twice as powerful as a two-wheel drive vehicle. This makes the Synchro a fast, comfortable and reliable road vehicle with excellent off-the-road capabilities. The enhanced driving power enables the Synchro to negotiate steeper inclines, particularly on unpaved roads such as this rubble track. And in addition, it can cope with much bigger trailer loads, even in such difficult terrain as this damp grass. Its permissible braked trailer load is 2 tons. With its four-wheel drive, the Synchro plows through even the stickiest mud. And neither snow nor ice can impair its maneuverability. In many situations where two-wheel drive vehicles would have to adopt snow chains to get through, the Synchro can do without them. In everyday situations, such as turning into an icy side road, where a two-wheel drive vehicle might get into difficulties, the Synchro has the edge on the others. The Synchro drive concept for the transporter and bus represents a principal breakthrough in four-wheel drive engineering. The engine, clutch, transmission and rear axle differential form a unitary block as before. A fast revolving propeller shaft transmits the propulsive power continuously to the front axle, and the new idea here is that it works without engaging lever, without transfer box, and without an interaxle differential, but by a new type of fluid coupling which is integrated into the front axle housing. This new coupling, shown as a model, transmits the torque continuously by fluid friction in proportion to the amount of wheel slip on the rear axle, up to 100%, like a fully locked differential. On the other hand, it prevents power discrepancies occurring. What does this mean from the handling point of view? The Synchro's drive automatically adapts to the best power transmission rating without the driver having to think about it. This is a great advantage when driving under rapidly changing road conditions. cornering, vehicles need special mechanisms to pull them round the tightest bend. In any bend, the outside pair of wheels have to travel a longer distance round a greater circle than the inside pair. The freewheeling front axle of a rear-wheel drive vehicle presents no problems. The wheels adapt independently to the corresponding radius. But wheels locked to one another via the drive always need a differential. Four-wheel drive vehicles require an additional differential on the second drive axle. And as the front axle always covers a greater distance round the bend than the rear axle, vehicles with switch-in four-wheel drive without a differential are prone to substantial stress on the transmission. Continuously operating drives therefore have a master differential, whose functions have been taken over by the Synchro's new fluid coupling, which, as we've already mentioned, also has an automatic locking effect. When negotiating difficult terrain or driving off the road, it's often desirable to cancel the effects of the differentials, to lock them. The Synchro is supplied optionally with differential locks as well, on both axles or only on the rear axle. These enable it to master many tricky situations. The locks are engaged or disengaged pneumatically while in motion. The front axle lock should only be engaged for off-the-road driving on broken ground, because on a smooth, grippy surface, the steering resistance is substantially higher due to reduced wheel slip. The driver's forward position is especially favorable in off-the-road driving, as there's no projecting bonnet to obstruct his frontal view, even in unusual situations. The sophisticated engineering of the bus chassis has been modified to meet the challenge of four-wheel drive, but its excellent handling has been fully retained. 20 millimeters more spring travel give the Synchro greater ground clearance, and for a comparable vehicle, it has unsurpassed riding comfort both on and off the road. This is opening up many new applications for it worldwide.